Alright, now let's take a look at the LMCPA dockable grip. So I grabbed this one for 10 bucks, but its normal Amazon price floats around 20 bucks. It's sitting around 3.9 stars out of 5 and based on 150 reviews. So not bad. It's also not amazing. It's kind of right in that budget gamble zone. Inserting the switch into this grip is honestly a joy. It clicks in quickly, feels intuitive, and it doesn't require any wrestling. I think players of all ages could manage this easily. The only caveat here is the adhesive strip on the bottom. Once you use that adhesive, the grip becomes a long-term roommate on your Switch. I definitely wouldn't recommend to remove this repeatedly, so this is definitely a pick a case and commit situation. Inserting grip here, I'm gonna give 9 out of 10. Now on to durability here. This thing is impressive. It's pretty durable for the price. It uses a combination of shock-absorbent TPU and scratch-resistant PC, which gives it a sturdiness most budget grips don't have. It feels substantial and protects the sides and corners well, and it gives you a sense of confidence. But it does not fully cover the top edges or the face of the console, so it's not a 360 solution. But for handheld protection, it's pretty solid. Technically this case is dockable, and that's a big selling point, but docking for me wasn't smooth. The first few times feel like you're forcing the console into place, and you definitely want a screen protector on before you attempt it. Moving on to the stand here, the stand does remain fully accessible, even with the case on, which, for me, is always a plus. Not every protective case manages that, especially in this price range. However, you cannot remove the Joy-Cons with this case on, and because of the adhesive bottom, removing the case just to detach the Joy-Cons isn't ideal. Basically, Joy-Con removal isn't part of the grip's lifestyle. On to heat performance now. Let's be real though, this thing runs pretty warm. After 15 minutes docked, the battery hit 108.1 degrees Fahrenheit, and the system hovered around the high 90s elsewhere. The grip slightly blocks the fan insulation cutouts, so airflow here isn't amazing. Comfort-wise here, I think a lot of players are going to like this. The grip shape is structured, ergonomic, and it feels pretty secure. But for my hands, some of the edges are a little pointy. It's well made, it's sturdy, but it doesn't quite hit that melt into your hand feeling that I personally look for. Still, for the price, it's a bit more comfortable than I expected. Weight here, I'm going to give a 7 out of 10. The grip does add a little bit of heft though. This isn't a deal breaker, it wasn't for me, but you definitely feel the added material. It does make the console feel more durable though, like it can take a little bit more abuse without stressing you out. Overall, I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10. The grip ended up being a lot better than I expected. For $10, it's kind of a steal. It's durable, it's grippy, it's stand friendly, and it's technically dockable. You don't usually get all those four with every single grip. It has its quirks, and the heat and adhesive situation aren't perfect, but as a budget pick, it earns its score.